Okay, it's warming up. It's warming up. I believe we're feeding out to the people. Let's see here if we're getting the. Let us know. Lola, why are you messing with the camera? I'm actually on air, woman. Okay. Okay, step back. Okay, we're actually live, Lola. Thank you very much. Now you show people a video of my junk, but it's whatever. There's a bunch of people fainting out there right now. And you probably messed up the camera and everything. All right, so anyway, it doesn't matter. We're live. Welcome back to the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, guys. Yeah, we're doing it here. Brickell's here, American Gun Chick. Shout out to everyone out there. Let us know if you're hearing, if the audio, video, all that kind of stuff is feeding out to you guys the way that it should be, and it's all good. You know. Can I say that we are like the premier freedom, Second Amendment podcast out there? Can I say that without people getting mad at me? I think I could say that. I'll just claim it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So let's see here. I think we've got everything set up. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. There's probably no camera of me now. Okay, there we go. All right. So I don't know if we're still feeding out to everyone. Let us know. I know there's some weird shenanigans and things like that going on over here. I apologize for that. I apologize for it. I think we're still feeding out to the folks. If you guys can hear us out there, let us know. Okay. You're gonna make an echo, Lola. Thank you. Okay. This is the craziest show I've ever done here. It's totally insane. It's not you. It's us, Brickell. So let's just see if we can get this all to chill out here for a second. I was trying. If you guys noticed, it was like a nice fancy camera. Yeah, it just kept crashing out, Patrick. So it seems to be a little bit stable now. Let's try to run it. See what happens here. I'm gonna smash the open.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange situation.
Boom. Okay, it's letting us do the open.
Locked and loaded.
Welcome back, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. Yes, we are live. We are live. I'm your host, Hank Strange. This is the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. This is episode number 742. Our guest is American Gun Chick. Brickell, welcome to the show. I apologize for all this craziness going on. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I should be flogged. I should be punished. You probably don't even know where that's coming from. It's a line from a movie. Have you ever seen The Golden Child?
No.
Oh,
never seen.
Okay.
I don't think.
Yeah. It's there's a line in there where Eddie Murphy goes, "Brothers and sisters, Sodom Noopsie has forgiven me." It's a whole. Whatever. Don't pay attention. You're not nerdy enough to get into this kind of stuff. So don't worry about it. How are you? What's up?
I'm good. How are you?
I don't know, honestly.
What's been going on with your computer? It doesn't crash normally, just today?
So here's what's going on today, right? I am doing the podcast not from the van, in case if you guys look around, you'll see not from the van. This is actually Babyface P's house. I'm in his living room right now, or his dining room, actually, I should say. And what's happening is that the van is in the shop. There's some stuff up with the van. So the van's in the shop, and I'm here, and it's just been a crazy day. Nothing's working properly. I think that if you remember from the beginning, my image was really looking good. And so that's an actual camera and everything that's set up. And I think there's some kind of conflict with that camera and the computer or some of the software going on here. And that's why it kept crashing out. Because it's been going right now for a while and no issues. Fingers. I cross every single one of my fingers. Can you? Yeah, I used to be able to do that across all my fingers.
I did it.
I'm getting old now. Oh, you see, you're young.
Well,
youth is wasted on the young.
Wait, what? Oh, I was gonna say maybe your computer it's like, oh, American Gun Chick, let's get her out of here,
No, the computer is crashing because it's Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the
Yeah.
Beast. If the software doesn't know what to do, Beauty and the Beast mode. It can't figure out like what's happening here.
Who's the
So,
beauty?
huh?
Who's the beauty?
Uh,
Oh, obviously. Sorry,
that,
my bad.
you know.
We'll let the viewers decide. Actually,
Yeah, tell us out there who. Of course, you're the beauty. You're the beauty, Brickell. So,
and the beast.
yeah. Can't argue that either. Can't argue that either. Armin and Axis says Hank's image is never looking good. So,
Oh,
thank you so much for that. Yeah.
damn. Yeah.
Yeah, Hank. What does he say? Hank the girl like that? Keep up. I don't understand what. I'm trying to get that from Black Sword Shinobi. We'll see what's going on there. Okay, Lola, you probably have to get some kind of light in front of me because the lighting here is completely different. So, we'll see what's going on with that. Okay, I think we're settling down. I want to shout out Barnauls, right? Barnauls makes performance steel case ammunition. They do sponsor the podcast. There you go, Subsonic 9mm from Barnauls. So Subsonic 9mm. Come on, man.
That's pretty
Check
cool.
it out. Boom. Ammo is precious these days. So Barnauls does have the Subsonic 9mm coming in as well as other stuff. So big shout out to them. I think I got most of the business stuff out of the way. You know what? I'm honestly really looking forward to us having a conversation. So tell me what's up with you. What's been going on with you?
Yeah, so things have been going pretty good. I recently uploaded a video of me and Autumn. I don't know if you know who Autumn is, but you guys should know who she is. She's the smallest, biggest YouTuber out there. She's 8 years old. I went shooting with her, and so my latest video is just me and her shooting, and go to classes and sign up. Our classes are awesome. We do all kinds of stuff. We shoot from retention position. We clear malfunctions. We teach you how to draw from the holster. And then, of course, we go over like safety and fundamentals and all that stuff, in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But hosting classes, I kind of want to write a song, but I've been kind of brain farting on lyrics lately, and
Okay.
got to get some inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know
yeah.
if anyone noticed we crashed again there. I'm not sure what's even up with that.
Oh.
Hopefully I think we're still feeding out to people, even though we're crashing here every now and then, which I have no clue of why that is. And what's going on with that? It's obviously not the camera.
Well, your camera can't handle all this beauty. It's just malfunction.
I don't know. It's just the weirdest, craziest thing that all of a sudden we run into this today here, and I don't really, really, really know what it is.
Maybe some liberals hacking in.
Huh?
Maybe liberals are hijacking your computer.
Yeah, and everyone says the feed is fine. So what's happening is even if it crashes out for me, it keeps everything going. So, if you notice you're not hearing anything from me, just take over the show and keep going, Brickell.
Okay.
Yes. So I think I know who you were talking about. This young lady is
she's
probably
she
8?
Yeah, she's so young. She uses 2 fingers to pull the trigger when she shoots pistols and all her guns.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty cool. And I got to go shooting with her at Thunder Gun Range here in Conroe, and she's really cool. She's really nice. She's 8 years old, and she's like running around shooting better than most adults shoot. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How big is her channel?
She's about the same size as me.
Mm-hmm.
She gets more views than me though. They have something figured out where they're killing it, but I think we're about the same, like around 70-something thousand,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a very unique thing that they have going on. I mean, how many 8-year-olds do you have out there shooting, boys or girls? Right? I think is she the only one, or are there other young kids out there that have a channel like that?
Yeah, I think she's the only one that like uploads it. Maybe there's some out there that we don't know of, but but if I ever have a son or a daughter, I'm gonna start them a YouTube channel and do the same thing.
Are you planning on having some kids? Is this?
Yeah, eventually in my life, like not soon or anything. Maybe when I'm like older.
Yeah. What are you talking about? You're gonna wait until you're like 50 or something? Don't do that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so difficult for you. You don't want to
Yeah.
be 50 and you're just now having a baby.
I don't even think that's possible
Yeah.
for most.
Well, I don't know. What's the Lola? How old can women have babies till?
These days.
Who knows? Yeah, Lola says these days anything's possible.
Yeah,
You
with
know.
science, anything's possible, right?
Yeah, anything's possible. But you want to get your kids when you're young enough to deal with all their craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to have your kids and then like you are geriatric and your kids can barely walk and then they got to push you around in a wheelchair. Yeah, you don't.
You take care of you.
Yeah, yeah, you don't really want to do that. Unless you want to just adopt some babies, you'll do like all the superstar chicks do. You can adopt some
Yeah,
babies.
exactly. You just
Yeah.
same as people do.
Yeah, you go to Africa, adopt some African babies, or you go to China, I guess, and adopt some Chinese
Just trying
babies.
these babies.
Yeah,
Or you
because no one
move it
wants
above.
the American babies for some reason.
Really? Why not? I mean,
I think it's just too difficult. I know this is weird that we sidetracked into a whole weird different thing, but I think it's too difficult in America to adopt.
really?
So yeah,
I've
huh?
heard it is. I've
Yeah.
heard it is pretty hard. Like you have to have like a super clean record, which I mean is good, I guess, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, you have to like I don't really know the process, but I've heard it's hard too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I guess you can just go over to China and say, "Hey, give me a couple kids," and then you're good
Mm-hmm.
to go.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some dudes out there that are willing to pretend to be your baby.
Some dudes out there that want to be my
Yeah.
baby.
You get.
I don't.
There was a movie like that I saw one time with this. Like in the movie, it's supposed to be a little person. Is the nicest way,
Oh,
I guess, of saying it, and he pretends to be a baby. It's one of those Wayans brother. The Wayans brothers make stupid movies.
you're
It's
talking
it's
about
one
like
of
the
them.
movie, like Bad Santa. I think it was. He was like a midget.
It's something like that, but it's not that. It's a totally different thing where the guy was he was a robber or something like that, and he pretends to be a baby to get away because he's so tiny, and then they think he's a baby. It's just a ridiculous. I don't know if anyone ever out there's even seen it. So
I have seen that, and he like put himself in like a little basket on someone's door.
yeah, there you go. That's it.
Baby, but with a grown man's face.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
can hear you.
yeah. It
Normal.
crashed out again. I have no reason why it's doing that to me. Um, Basically, they switched heads. So they probably got a little person to play the role, and then they switched. They did this graphic trick where they switch heads, which I'm always fascinated by that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. So I do that. So I used to do these videos with Babyface P called from the crib. Get it? Like me and Babyface P. So I would call it from the crib.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, see, no one got it either, and then people would get mad because they're like, "Oh, why you got to call it from the crib?" Because I would put the crib, DA, and they're like, "Oh, that's terrible. It's racist, or I don't know what kind of nonsense."
Why is it racist?
But I would put in there, I would actually switch. I would take our heads and put it on little babies for the thumbnail. You probably never saw any of these.
No, but you're gonna have to show me that. You're gonna have to send me that now, and
Yeah,
I'll
let me
reshare.
see if I can. Let me see if I can find it here. I will look. I will look up these. Let's see. It's like I think it's Hank Strange from the crib, and we did a couple of them.
From the crib. That's funny.
Yeah, we did a couple of these videos, and okay, so here we go. Here's one. Let me see if this could survive me sharing the screen. Okay. So here we go. So this one right here, everyday carry from the crib. So this particular one, I did it when we're in this. Let's see. Do we see the? We're not gonna see the thumbnail. See, the thumbnails are over here. Let me see if I can go back and actually find the thumbnail in the images. See right here. So this is one. This is one of them here.
Oh,
Let's view image. See that? So it's me. This is so. I do a lot of stupid stuff, Brickell. In case you don't know.
I mean, that's all right. Me too.
Yeah. So this is a from the crib where Babyface and I actually drove around in an Audi, an electric Audi. I think the Audi e-tron, and we were talking, and so we did this. Yeah. So see, that's little baby's bodies, and it's a little toy car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Babyface looks funny right there.
Yeah, he looks like a baby. And then I think there's some more. There's some more of those where I did that kind of thumbnail, but I'm trying. I don't exactly see them right now. But yeah, anyway. So there you go. That's just the nerdy stuff that guys like myself get up to.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, you know. Oh, shout out to Miss K out there. I see Miss K out there. If you see your folks out there, go ahead. What's up?
Miss K was my honey badger of the week last week. So when I do my like live feeds on Thursdays, sometimes I do like honey badger of the week and give shout outs to like other women in the industry and stuff. And she was one of my honey badgers last week. So
oh, sweet! Congratulations to her.
yeah, she's a badass.
Yeah. So what was the thing that she did to become she's just a badass chick with a gun?
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that she's badass. I mean, like on her YouTube, it's all like her reviewing gun stuff, like uppers and lowers, and she's ex-Army, I believe.
Oh, okay. What's Miss K's YouTube channel?
Just Miss K.
Oh, Miss K YouTube. So if I search Miss K YouTube?
Yeah, ms.k.
Oh, ms.k. Okay. I didn't realize that she had a YouTube channel. I know she comes on the podcast here all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I will share that with the people so the folks out there can discover her YouTube channel also. Let's go take a look at it. Mrs. K. Mrs.
Yeah,
K. Is that it? Mrs. No, that's not the right one. It's
Miss MS.
MSK YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. It's this one. It's this one. Okay.
Oh, wait, no.
There we go. That's it. This is it. I'm going to subscribe to her also. I'm going to go in and subscribe. Boom. Oh, I'm not signed in on this thing. Okay, I'll have to go from the other one. I will subscribe here at some point. I'm not signed in on this browser. Okay, so she's got some gun videos on here.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's cool.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
So everyone subscribe, hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah, absolutely. Go in there and subscribe to her. Let's see. This is a 6-hour video that she's got going here. We'll just, you guys will have to actually go look at the video. Let's see. Okay, very nice. So I don't know if she's a fan of the SIGs or whatever. I don't know. What do you think about SIGs? I've got one.
Me? I don't own any SIGs.
No.
Actually, I have an AR build that has a SIG upper, I believe. It's either the upper. And I don't own any SIG pistols or anything, but I've heard that they're nice. I mean, they're kind of and
They're a little bit. There's a little, there's a couple of companies out there that make your higher end ARs and stuff like that. SIG has a couple of those. Like I have a 516 Patrol from SIG. It's piston driven. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I have a ton of SIG guns though.
I have a lot of like Glock and Smith & Wesson. So that's what I like,
When I first started doing this, I was kind of into SIG. So I got that Patrol, and then I also got the SIG. What was it? Was it the P250s? 250s, the SIG P250s. That was the first SIG handgun that you could take. So the chassis was actually the handgun, and you could take it out. And so you can have one, and you could build it into different sizes. You could go subcompact, compact, full size. You can move it around. You could be 9mm and then 45. And I did a bunch of videos on it, and I liked it, except the trigger was a real long. There was a real long trigger pull, so I kind of got out of those. But the P320s I think are a lot better, and I've been waiting to buy back into that. Go ahead.
Yeah, SIGs, they do tend to have, like, I don't know, like a really long trigger pull, and I don't really like that. I like a lot less slack in my trigger and just like a
Mm-hmm.
very short trigger pull. Reset that trigger
Mm-hmm.
quickly. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I don't really like revolvers. Obviously, they have like a really long trigger pull unless you cock that hammer back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you on that. I'm kind of, I'm not a super trigger snob, I wouldn't say. Like, I think a standard trigger in a Glock is fine. Some
I
people
think
have
like
to change those out immediately. I'm not like that.
I'm kind of like I like to change out the triggers a lot and the sights.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm kind of like the trigger to me. The trigger and the sights to me is like the most important. Like if the trigger's not right with me, if I don't like the trigger, then like I'm not gonna like the gun. It's kind of like the brakes or the gas in a car. It's
Mm-hmm.
like super important, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. LV Louis Cipher says to me, that's because you can't handle a double action trigger.
Oh yeah. Well, whatever.
There you go. Best answer. You know what? Yeah, I just don't. I don't want to be. If all my triggers were like that, I'll be fine with it, right? Because then you're used to just staging the trigger before that final pull. But just because I also had Glock, I think the first handgun that I had legally was the Glock 19, and so I was used to that trigger, and if everything else was double action, then I would be used to it and it would be fine. But I didn't want to get used to like double action over here, and then this is a completely different trigger pull over here. So
Yeah.
I wound up selling all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Glock triggers.
Hmm.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see. Kiaski says, why would SIG not make an all-in-one, i.e., one chassis works with different size pistols, frames, and different rifles? That's what the P320s are. There's no carbine version of that yet, or no rifle version that I know of. But
Yeah.
yeah, they do have something kind of like that, and they are developing it, and different people are developing things. I think you're either going to be able to 3D. There's people working on 3D printing it, and then there's also like polymer 80 type things or 80 percenters that'll be coming out soon that I've seen at a couple of different places. So, and Night Train says SIG pistols are very nice as long as you don't accidentally drop them.
Well,
Yeah.
I think they might have fixed that, but that was back in the day.
Yeah. And then LV Louis Cipher as a follow-up says, I cut my teeth back in the early 90s on double-action revolvers and pistols. Mastering a DA trigger is just like mastering the clutch in a standard transmission vehicle. Okay. I understand that. And what I would say to you about that is, like, I know there's people who like stick shift and they'll only drive stick shift. But just the same way these days, technology is improved, so automatic's better. Sorry. I like
I
a
mean,
stick shift, but,
I can't even drive a stick shift. I've tried like one time before.
Mhm.
I've had lessons, and there's just too much. I don't
Crunching
know.
gears.
Too much confusion going on. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, yeah, that would
I
be
don't.
so funny. That's why I'm laughing. That would be a funny video just to see you like burning up a clutch. but but I
Yeah.
don't want to be that person that you're burning out their clutch because it's expensive to
Oh.
replace. Huh?
Oh, so you can like destroy your clutch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
You can literally smell those clutches burning, so and then when you have to change those, man, it's not it depends on what car it is, I guess. Maybe it's not so expensive. But really, I think the better the so in cars, for example, the better thing is now there's like a double clutch kind of system. So basically, when you're in one gear, it already has the next gear ready, so it switches faster than you can on stick shift. So it's more efficient, it's faster, all of that kind of stuff. Dual clutch, so For example, you've driven a car that's dual clutch. You've driven like my Audi R8. You've probably driven a couple of cars that are dual clutch, and it's just way better to shift that way. And I think, like, I get it with the double action triggers and everything, and they're, some people like it because it's safer to them. They feel like they can squeeze and do all of that. I just really haven't bought into it, and that's why I don't even own that. I don't even know if we own any revolvers right now.
Yeah, I know I don't. I've never
Huh?
owned it.
Barnauls.
Oh yeah, we own like Arms revolvers and
NAA.
NAAA and stuff like that. But those are like your Derringer type situations. I don't think we
Yeah.
I don't think we have like any
True revolver.
full size revolvers now. Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
no Smith and Wessons or anything.
Not right now. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. There's some cool ones out there. I want the Kimber. Have you ever seen Kimber's revolver?
No, I don't think so. I didn't know that they made.
Oh, that is a sweet. You gotta hold on. Let's Google Kimber revolver right now, and I'll share that with the folks out there if I can get this to. There we go. Kimber revolver is what you guys need to. What you guys need to search here, and let's see. I will share that with everyone here on the screen. So let's see here. So the Kimber, I guess, is the K6S now. These are really, really nice revolvers. Oh, they even have special editions and all that too.
Nice.
Yeah. But if you ever shoot these, they feel like so good. It's almost like a Rolls Royce for a revolver. That's
Really?
the way, like I've shot them at different gun events. So I know I've shot them at Media Day and different stuff like that. Whose dog is that? That's your dog?
Oh yeah, that's my dog. He's barking in the background. He gets excited when people walk by and he thinks he's
Okay.
all big. Yeah.
Yeah. Is he a little dog or a big dog? Sounds like a big dog.
No, he's like medium size. He's not a small dog. He's
Oh,
like a pit bull lab mix. So
yeah. Yeah. John Doe says it's 2021, time to move on from stick. They got paddle shift now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so
I would love to get my hands on a Smith & Wesson 500 though. I mean, just to
oh
own one.
really?
I've
Mm-hmm.
before.
Mm-hmm.
I've shot one before, but if I was gonna get a revolver, that's the one I'm going for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lots of comments up here. Let's see. Kiaski says revolvers are great. They just suck to clean. And Discreet Defense Research says Kimber K6. Yes, please. Yeah. Who owns one of the Kimbers out there, man? I want to hear from someone who actually owns these Kimbers, because whenever they feel good. I've shot them and they were fine, but you never know. You shoot it at a show. That has nothing to do with reality. I want to know if there's someone out there that's owned the Kimber, shot it, the Kimber revolver, shot it. Let us know if it's a good gun, what you think about it, and if it's worth it for me to try to find the money and buy one.
Yeah. So when you say you shot it at a show, you mean like at SHOT Show or
Yeah.
well, not SHOT. You
Yeah.
like dry fire?
No. It was at Media. Do you ever go to Media Day and SHOT Show? I can't remember if I've seen you out there Media Day or not.
You know what? Are you talking about the big shoot right before SHOT Show?
Yeah, like on Monday out in the desert.
I've never been there before. I think I don't know if it's just like bad timing or we just missed it the first couple times or we just never ended up going. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, I'd never see you guys out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the next time we go, we got to make that happen.
Yeah. Absolutely. We gotta meet up there and do some stuff. Show just says Kimber equals junk. I don't know. I would agree with that, but the only Kimber that I really like right now that I would buy is that revolver. I did shoot. What was it? I shot some kind of Kimber. What was that little The Kimber Micro 9 or something like that. A friend of mine has a Micro 9. I shot it. It was fine. So. And Armsman says AGC just reminded me of Fate of Destiny. She handled this S&W 500 like a boss.
Fate of Destiny?
Yeah, have you ever met Destiny?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
She's
I don't.
another YouTuber.
Yes, maybe that's yeah. Before when I first started, she was out there doing video stuff. I don't really think she does gun videos anymore. I still follow her on Facebook and stuff. I think she got married and she's like I don't know out in the world working, doing her thing. But I don't think she's making videos anymore. But she was big into revolvers and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah,
I gotta check her out.
yeah. So let's see. We got a bunch of stuff coming in here. LV Louis Cipher says Kimber is overpriced junk. do you?
Overpriced.
Yeah. Do you have any? Have you shot any kind of Kimbers? Are you familiar with them?
Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. I mean, it's probably been a while. Like, probably a Kimber 1911 way back when I was, just shooting a bunch of random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But not recently, really. I don't know. I kind of stick with like a lot of like Smith & Wessons and Glocks, and so a lot of the guns that I've shot is just the stuff that I've trained with, really.
Yeah, absolutely understood. What are you drinking?
I am drinking sparkling water with grapefruit flavoring from HEB.
Okay, does it taste good?
0 calories. What's that?
Does it taste good?
Not really, but it's sparkling water, and I kind of like sparkling water.
Oh, okay.
So kind of like the bubblies, like this. It kind of reminds me of like a White Claw, so whatever.
Yeah. You didn't spike it or anything like that, right?
No. I should have.
Yeah. It's up to you. It's up to you. No one's gonna complain. Edward Andrews says Rhino Pure Awesomeness Revolver. The Rhino. What's the name of that company? Is it Rhino? No. What's the name of the company that makes those? Those have been in a bunch of movies. Have you ever seen those movies with the sci-fi looking? Hold on, I'll pull that up. The
I don't watch
Rhino.
a lot.
Yeah, you don't look at movies, do you?
Not really. I'm making my life a movie is what I'm doing.
Wow. Yeah. I feel like such a nerd. You don't watch a Chiappa. That's who makes it. Yeah.
You know what? Shot a Chiaba before, or I was looking at it and it kind of looks like literally like a rhino's nose is what it looks like.
Yes. Let's see if we can get this. So here we go. Here's some Chiappas right here. But you always see these in movies and stuff like that. They are very cool looking guns. Look at this one. This one's gold. I like gold. You also don't know where that comes from.
No. I think I've seen a Chiappa.
Look at that. That's actually pretty good looking right there.
Yeah, that looks like a perfect gun for Black Rambo.
Yeah. That man, you just like, you're not into any nerdy stuff at all, man. So what exactly do? You don't look at movies. What do you do for fun?
Obviously I like to go shooting for fun. That's what I like to do. And then
okay. Outside of shooting.
Oh, well, I like to cook. I'm kind of like a chef, I think, sort of.
Why are you looking behind you? Why'd you just look behind you when you said that?
Well, Joe was closing the door. The dog keeps barking because someone came home right now and he's like going crazy. So he closed the door because the dog's being all distracting and stuff. But,
no, you did that very guilty, like, I like to cook. And then you look like, because Joe's going to go, oh, no, terrible cook. Okay, no, you like to cook. What kind of stuff you like making? What kind of food?
What'd you say?
What kind of food do you like to cook?
I like to make steaks. I like to make salmon. I eat a lot of salmon, like probably a couple times a week. I love salmon. Rice. I make pretty good breakfast food, like eggs and like I make these really good keto pancakes. Okay. Like keto, like no carb pancakes, and they're really good.
Okay, cool. Let's see. We got a couple of comments here. Rain says, and I'm gonna try to do this. Wait, hold on. Okay, Brian Quick says YouTubers talk about other YouTubers as though everyone else knows who they are. Fate of Destiny was a gun YouTuber, a female gun YouTuber when I started doing this, probably like 8 years ago. But I think for the last several years, she's kind of dropped off of the radar so far as making YouTube videos. I'm gonna assume her channel's still up there. I remember she had a sister, and they were doing some stuff out there, but I don't know what happened. This is not a very profitable thing to do. So I'm guessing that she had to live her life and move on and, actually pay bills and stuff like that. So, but I do see her on Facebook and, I think she's doing well. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, like, being a YouTuber or just, I don't know, I consider myself like an activist because I'm actively trying to get more women into the firearms world and, put on classes and grow the Second Amendment, but it's not really rewarding with money. It's more rewarding with the fact that we're changing the world and, making this country a better place and stuff. So, but sometimes people do have to like pay the bills and stuff, and
yeah,
YouTube a lot of times too, if you're very like all gun stuff on YouTube, they demonetize you or don't recommend you sometimes. Like YouTube literally can choose if you're going to be YouTube famous or not.
Yes, exactly. I think especially in the vein of when it comes to the gun side of this, and I think that's what people don't understand. I'll give you an example. If you do anything else, you don't even have to have big numbers, and you can do a lot better. So like my car channel, Stranger Palooza, where I put up car stuff, that is a very small channel. I think it just got to 2,000 subscribers, which is relatively small. I'm happy about that. It's doing way better than this channel, which has maybe 7,800 subscribers, this podcast channel that we're on here. And that just goes to show you this podcast channel, we talk about guns, Second Amendment, freedom, kind of stuff, and it's extremely pushed down in the algorithm by YouTube because of this suppressed, as Lola just said, because of the subject matter. But over on this other channel that we're talking about car stuff, that's not pushed down by them, as 2,000 subscribers, it's making probably, I'm gonna say it's making something like 10 times the amount of revenue, if that makes any kind of sense. It's not a lot of money, but it's making way more money because they're not suppressing it. And the reason why I'm talking about that is if we were in any other realm, you could be 10,000, 20,000, 50, 100,000 subscribers, and you could do well. You can make enough money that you don't have to go out there and work a couple of jobs in order to afford to do all this stuff. So that's just a reality of what it is for what we do.
Yeah, I mean, it is true. If you post anything that's like right-wing or pro-gun or like even political stuff, I think that they definitely will bury you, especially gun stuff, because we all know it's not a secret that YouTube is not pro-gun,
Yes, absolutely. Let me get this comment in from Rain, and I'm going to try to do this in my best Napoleon Dynamite. He says, why can't you get a revolver that has a pistol grip, not a rifle grip? Gosh. I don't know if that was any good.
I've seen Napoleon.
Was that good? Was that a good one? No.
Sure. It was good.
No, don't lie to me.
It was good enough.
Don't lie to me, Brickell. It's all right. That's fine. You don't have to spare my feelings. That probably wasn't a good one. Okay, so you like cooking. What else do you do for fun?
I love traveling too. I have like a big passion for traveling. But right now traveling is not that easy, especially overseas or anything like that. There was a time where I went to like Thailand and Europe and all kinds of different places. But as far as traveling right now, have you heard of like vaccine passports?
Yes, and there's no way in hell I'm doing that. They could try that all they want to. I'm not participating in that. As far as I'm concerned, that's racist. I don't know. I don't have the capacity to fill out vaccine passports. So
yeah, traveling hard right now, and I feel like it's gonna get worse. So
yeah, maybe. But until countries start to suffer for not getting our money because we're not traveling to them,
it's
then
true.
maybe they'll stop that nonsense.
That is true. I mean, because all the places where all the tourists go, like all like I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
like Cancun or
Mm-hmm.
wherever tourists go, yeah, like their money probably comes from tourists
Yeah.
mostly, right?
And that American money is good. Well, I don't know, man. The American dollar is getting super devalued these days. So, um, you know, let's
Yeah.
see. Okay, average Joe Tube says, I'm putting my 2 weeks in right now. Next week, AGC bikini reviews. Let's go. Boom.
Bikini reviews.
What would you do? This is a good question for you, Brickell. Let's say, I know that probably like myself, you feel passionate about the Second Amendment, about guns and all of that, right? Because I'm pretty sure, I guarantee you right now, if you started a car, and I know you're not really into cars, but let's say you started a car channel and you know how fast you would blow up. You know, you're attractive young woman, right? All you got to do is take some like if you were doing art, like I'm doing a lot of RV videos. That's what's big on my channel. If you
Yeah.
all you got to do is do the RV videos, open up the back of the van, and be in a bikini, and it's gonna blow up, right?
Yeah. Probably.
What would you do? What is it you're into? Like if you weren't, you know, I know you're into guns, but if you just said, you know what, that's it, I'm out of this, would you just completely get out of YouTube altogether, or would you switch over and do something else you're into?
I mean, well, I definitely am like very deep into firearms and have like a deep passion for firearms and the Second Amendment and all that. So if let's say YouTube was like, all right, no firearms at all on YouTube and got rid of it, I would definitely still try to do. It would be harder because how would you advertise and all that stuff. So I would still try to do gun classes and do anything where I'm just around guns and in that
Mm-hmm.
field.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was doing something strictly for like, let me see if I can get some views. Maybe I could do like a cooking channel in a bikini. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's funny. Or I also love like fishing. Like when I lived in Key West, we would go deep sea fishing and record videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you are allowed to be in a bikini when you go fishing. You know, so it kind of
Yeah,
goes together.
that's true.
It's not, hey, watch me um, drive this car in a bikini, and they're like, why are
Mm-hmm.
you in a bikini? That doesn't make sense, you know. Because then people would probably call you like a gun, like a car bunny or something
Mm-hmm.
like that.
But it's not going to matter if a lot of people look at it, and if you, well, first of all, if you enjoy it, and then a lot of people look at it, and you make enough money to live your life and do your thing, I don't think it really matters. People are going to judge no matter what. You know,
That's
people are going to judge you because you know, you're a woman and you're attractive. You know, so they're going to be like, whatever you do, you're going to be a bunny. If you start cooking, you're going to be a cooking bunny.
a cooking bunny.
Yeah.
Actually, you can't make a woman sexist in the kitchen, right? Because that's her place, right?
No. Listen.
Like if you were in the kitchen with your shirt off
Right.
doing a doing a cooking
Nobody
channel,
wants to see that.
they might
No one
call
wants to
you.
see me anywhere with my shirt off, okay? Oh, well, maybe
Well,
there's a couple of dudes.
maybe
There's a
you could
couple of
like
dudes that are into that kind of thing, but
cook bacon with your shirt off and then just let the grease hit your chest, and then they're like, wow, that guy's so tough. Like
oh,
since
you're me.
people
You're just being mean now. First of all, yeah, one, I don't cook. I don't eat bacon or well, maybe turkey bacon. But really, I'm gonna let the grease hit my chest and burn holes through me. This is what you're wishing on me?
no, I'm just saying if you did that, they're so impressed they'd subscribe. You know.
No one's gonna want to see that. Look, if I was like when I was younger, I was kind of sexy. If I still had the sexiness of my youth, like my younger son, he's ripped. Seriously, I'm not kidding. You know, he's ripped. Like I saw him the other day, I was like, "What? This kid? He works out every day. He doesn't do a damn thing." Okay, you know, not making any money, but working out. And he wants to be an actor, and he does a lot of acting. He just did like 2 movies over the weekend. You know, with the film something that was going on at University of Florida. But he's into acting. He does comedy. He does stand up. He does improv and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, he's all ripped, man. And he likes cooking, and I keep saying to him, dude, you know, now I don't want my son to be on YouTube showing his chest and everything, making videos. This is my personal philosophy, right? As a dude, I don't want him doing that. Okay? I don't want him doing that. I think he would be cool, go on YouTube and do cooking videos and be natural and be himself. And every now and then he might get some fans because they see his Instagram and he's out somewhere and he's got a six pack or whatever. They're like, oh, that's, because that's dude stuff, right? But, honestly, and I'm not saying like there's lots of women who do cooking channels and people watch them and they're not doing it in a bikini or anything, but you're going to have a massive male audience because guess what? Most dudes like women.
That's true.
And if I'm going to look at a video, any video, if I'm going to look at anything, I'll rather see the ladies.
That's true. But I think also, well, it depends because like if you're doing gun videos, like if you want people to like take you seriously, like, all right, I'm doing this review, blah blah. Some people might be like, oh, I'm not going to American Gun Chick to get a review on this. I'm gonna go to Hickok 45, because I mean he does know more because he's older, wiser, and all that stuff. But yeah, there is like if you're a girl, you can just put a bikini on and you can record a video like just talking about whatever, and then people will watch it.
Yeah, I think
the power.
Go ahead. What?
The power of the bikini,
Yeah, I think that if you're comfortable doing stuff, then who cares what other people, what other people think? And believe it or not, you're not going to be young forever.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So when you're young and you're beautiful, and listen, you see women out there. There's women who are not young and beautiful, and who shouldn't be in spandex or those yoga pants, and they're still out there doing it. But
which is awesome for them. Kudos to them.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever get fat and old, which I'm gonna get old, but I don't know if I'm gonna get fat. Hopefully not. But if I ever get fat and old, I'm still gonna be me. So I'm still gonna wear yoga pants.
A little bit of fat is not going to ruin you. Let me just tell you that right now. How fat are you talking about? I mean, because a little bit of fat is not going to ruin you, Brickell.
If I get fat,
you could put some weight on. You could put some weight. I'm not saying you're too skinny, okay? But how much fat are we talking about here?
I mean, like fat, like fat, like Have you seen girls walking by and they're wearing like yoga pants and they're fat? Like you can tell, like they're just
right. Yeah. You're talking about like obese. Not just a little big, not a big girl, but like way too big, and in the yoga pants.
I'm like 200 plus pounds. I'm still gonna wear a bikini. I'm still gonna wear yoga pants. Like I mean, I don't really care what people think.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, people are gonna hate you, no matter what. Yeah.
Be you. As long as you're happy and you're comfortable with it. Everyone's into everything. Everyone's into everything out there. And I think there's guys, look, I was showing Lola this the other day. Do you know there's a thing now that there's a thing on Instagram and I guess just on social media where there's women who go around pretty much, I don't know if this is Miami or where they're doing this, LA, but they're going around pretty much in bikinis. And they're in a bikini and then they'll be out in public somewhere and then they'll stop and start booty clapping. Have you seen this? Like in public. This is a thing.
What videos? What website are you?
I just accidentally came across this, Brickell. It's just I wasn't even. I was
you didn't-
innocently looking up some gun stuff, and then I just accidentally came across.
So you're telling me that you typed in like SIG P320 review, and then the next recommended was clapping?
Yeah, they must have done something like that. It wasn't. I don't look at that kind of thing normally.
Lola call for that.
No, Lola was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, let me," because I was just laughing, and she was like, "What's your?" And I was like, "Look at what's going on. This is like a thing now."
Lola
Lola
looked at your like search history, and she's like, "Why is booty clapping Miami cheeks on here?" And you're like, "Whoa!"
I'm telling you. Let me see. I'm gonna go through my phone.
It was like the next recommended thing.
Yeah. Someone is asking why I hid Flying Rich. I didn't hide Flying Rich. Is Flying Rich on did someone block Flying Rich, Lola? No, not that I know of. I didn't do anything. What was Flying Rich out there talking about? It must be that YouTube hid him. We didn't hide him here. Flying Rich is part of the crew.
How is he hidden?
Yeah.
If he's hidden,
So-
how does this person see him or know that?
No, someone's just texting me to ask me if I did that. So listen, this is a thing. You haven't seen it. That's what you're saying. You haven't seen people going out in public and
No,
booty clapping publicly.
Is this like a trend, or is it like or a dare?
I think
or
it's an
like
epidemic. I think
an
it's
epidemic? Clapping.
yeah. I think it's an epidemic of what's going on. I don't know if Lola's gonna let me show that on the show. No, Lola's saying no, not allowed. Yeah.
Oh, you should show us so we know what you're talking.
Yeah, the people need to know what we're talking about. That's what Brickell says, Lola. The people have to know. It's not that I want to show it.
I didn't hear Brickell say that.
She did. She just said it. She just said, "No, I want to know now. I need to see this, just to know that it's the truth of what's actually happening in the world." That's what she said. Let me see. Huh?
.com?
Is it a .com?
No, is this on worldstar.com?
This is literally. Let me see. I don't know. It's this now. Now it's not going to come up on my screen, but
Well, are you googling booty clapping?
this was on Instagram.
Oh,
If I put up gun stuff on Instagram, it's a problem. But, people are walking around in public, booty clapping in public on Instagram. It's all good. I'm trying to see if I could. It was in my feed the other. You know what? I don't even go on Instagram that much, believe it or not. I'm not even typically on there. I know you don't believe that, but I mean, this is just how you get the views on the Instagrams, I guess. You know, it's what you have to do. You know what? If I find it, I'll let you know. I don't want to like spend a whole bunch of time. People know what I'm talking about. Someone out there knows what I'm talking about. They just don't want to back me up on that. That's what's happening.
well,
I'm pretty sure you don't. Joe knows. Joe can back me up on this. He's seen it.
hey Joe, have you seen it?
He knows it's a thing. No, Joe. I
I'm just
can't
kidding.
believe. I can. He said yes, right? He's
Actually, he's watching this right now.
yeah. Can you? You know, it's. I'm not mad about it or anything. Don't get the idea that I'm mad. I'm just saying that.
So is it all booty clapping? No men are partaking?
Oh, thank God, no.
Okay.
If dudes start doing that, then it's gonna have to be illegal. I'm sorry. Yeah, at this point, it's fine. I'm not saying make it illegal. I'm just
gender of the booty clapper. All right.
Yeah.
You just...
I'm just saying that it's just one of these. Oh, by the way, see, look, here's my Instagram. Look at who's on my Instagram here. Let's see if I can share this. Let's see if I can do a screen share of the Instagram. Is it letting me? No, it's not letting me screen share. Oh, I can't screen share my phone for some reason. Okay. So look at that. That's what's on the Instagram right now.
That's on your Instagram?
Yeah. That's on. This is on my Stranger Palooza Instagram, and it's Lola Strange posted that picture of you.
Oh, that's cute. Thanks, Lola.
What does that say? Oh, Creek Squad.
Yeah,
that what
that's
that
what I
says?
went to. Ryan Upchurch's.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
See, that kind of thing is acceptable. But imagine if we were walking around. Imagine if we were walking around as gun people, and then we just randomly no one wants that. No one wants us to do that.
No.
Yeah, we just randomly pull out machine guns and
shoot each other.
Well, no, not that, but it just start doing whatever we do. Obviously, that's not acceptable. I get it. People don't want to see that. Huh?
We can start a flashing trend where we go and flash people, but we don't flash them our boobs. We flash them our guns. Like.
Yeah. I don't know if people, it's not going to bother me, but I'm sure there'll be some people who will be mad about it out there. So, let's see. Did we get Flying Rich back? Is Flying Rich still banned or whatever? Whatever's going on.
Rich to reach out to me so you can focus on the
Yeah, Flying Rich, reach out to Lola and figure out what's going on here. Mr. Bullshitter says, Hank, I know what you're talking about. Boom. There you go. One person
One
stood
person.
up for
That's right.
me. One person. Black Sword Shinobi says, it's true, Hank. And K&M Arms says, oh, really, Ken? He says, no one knows what you're talking about.
I guess 2 people do.
Yeah. There's people out there. Ken is just pretending that he didn't see that on Instagram. That's what's happening there. Ken doesn't want to get busted. Shout out to MW Tactical. I see him out there as well.
Kevin's in the chat.
Yeah, Kevin Dixie is also out there. All right, cool. Okay, so we talked about what kind of stuff you're into. Tell us what's been going on with you lately. You had any projects in the works?
Any projects?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, there's some awesome stuff going on. Sorry, sometimes I just like.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't.
I saw that you're starting a podcast. What?
Yeah. So like, it's not like an official. So it's kind of just like in the steps of like being an idea right now. I want to set up like have a room where we decorate it all cute and make it all cool looking, and then start a podcast. I have another friend. Her name is Courtney Breppert. I don't know if you've seen me posting on like Instagram where I was like posting a lot of pictures with her, and she took my class. Have you seen like
No, I think I saw this on. I think I saw you talking about it on your Patreon. So I don't know if that's out in the public sphere yet, but I saw it on your Patreon.
She's basically from LA. She's an LA model. She models for like Instagram, and she's basically like an Instagram model, and she like has modeled for other companies and stuff like that. But she has like a big following. She has like 1 million followers on Instagram, and she really wants to get into like the self-defense firearm stuff.
What's her name for purposes of us having this conversation? I'll look her up. What's her name?
Courtney Reppert. Courtney with a K though.
Oh, Courtney with a K. Okay, making me work for it. Courtney
Right.
what?
Reppert. Reppert, something like that.
Okay.
And
oh, her thing is private.
oh well, I don't know why she made. I have to ask her that. I don't know why she made it private, but
This account is private. Sporty, motivating, mama, body positive. Yeah, see, it's got the whole private thing on there. So I have to. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to see what's going on in there. Might be some random.
she made it only private for you, so she knows
Yeah,
when you
it's
come.
possible. I'll follow it. I'll put in the requests, Courtney. I mean, you know,
But
if I get the okay from Brickell, you can put me in there. Yeah, go ahead. So you guys are so.
She came out here because she wants to get more into like the firearms and stuff like that. She took my class March 6th and 7th, and then she's taking my class again this coming weekend on the 10th and the 11th. And she just wants to like keep taking the classes and get more into it, and she wants to meet everybody in the gun community and just kind of be a part of it. And oh yeah, so she wants to be part of the podcast where we want to start a podcast where we talk about random stuff or gun stuff or whatever we want to talk about, really. Kind of like your podcast, just talking about shooting the breeze, you know?
Yeah.
And
talk about dudes or something like that, about guys.
Yeah. How pathetic. No, just kidding.
That's fine. You can, you can just say, oh, it's so pathetic when guys try to, make jokes about movies that we don't even look at. Something like that.
But, so let me show you a picture. This is us. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's on her private Instagram that you can't see.
Oh, cool. There's a lot of airbrushing in there. I'm just saying.
Are you sure?
There's there's a little bit.
I mean,
would you like to see a picture of me super airbrushed? Like, no, I don't even have one.
Hey, in my defense, I didn't know that it was gonna be airbrushed. She's an Instagram model, so she knows all like tips and tricks. Like we took a picture at a concert, and she was like, "Wait, hold on, let me whiten all our teeth," and like whitened our teeth in like 2 seconds. She just like did it with her fingers.
Did she tell you what app she used? Because I always want to know, like, what app are these Instagram models using? Is it a big secret? Is it expensive? I just want to know.
I need to ask her. I haven't asked her yet, but she like can take a picture of you looking crazy and can just like whiten your teeth or smooth out your skin and
Yeah, I want this app. This is an airbrush app. I
well,
want
I
to
will figure
know.
out.
Yeah, ask her if we can all know what the app is, or is it secret and she gets kicked out of the club if she tells the rest of us. Because I remember hearing Joe Rogan saying that his daughter had this app that she literally took a picture of him and then made him look like this beautiful hot chick or something like that.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, and he was like, you can't trust anything that's out in the world. You know. Now, obviously, I know that you don't look exactly. It doesn't bother me, by the way, to see that. I think that's cool. But I know you like. Don't I always tell you that to me you look even better when you have no makeup on? I always tell
Maybe
you that. You
didn't
look
hear you.
younger. Whenever I see you and you don't have any makeup on, I'm like, boom.
That's it.
That's yeah. That's the
Well,
Brickell. Yeah. What
thank
can I say?
I wore makeup today, but I like wearing makeup.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it when I wear makeup more than when I don't. You know, it's just I'm too lazy to put it on ever.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like, you know what, I'll tell you, I think that's for a lot of women. So if you're used to seeing whatever woman it is out there in makeup all the time, and there's nothing wrong with it, I'm totally fine with it. And then you see them without makeup, they always there's always something about it that like, oh, that's nice. So I remember looking at the last Wonder Woman movie, which is a terrible movie, but in that movie, they wanted to make her seem more sympathetic or something like that because she's supposed to be crying and whatever. And I remember thinking through the whole movie, she had on makeup, and I was like, this chick is annoying me now. But then they took if for that scene, she did it with no makeup, and I was like, oh, she looks so cute. So just a
Yeah.
thing. Chime in, guys, or leave me hanging out here by myself on whether or not the ladies look better with or without the makeup. Smash the thumbs ups. Let us know what you think. We're getting some comments. Black Sword
Someone said
Shinobi. Go ahead.
agreed. Less makeup. No, back to gun.
Yeah, AGC said, no, I'm sorry, Black Sword Shinobi, your AGC, said, you look beautiful in real life.
Well, thank you.
Yes. And then that was discreet defense that says, agreed, less makeup, now back to gun. Okay. You should make a line of gun makeup.
Oh yeah. Or you know what? I thought about doing maybe like a perfume, and it's called the bomb, and it's
A grenade?
and you pull the
That'd be
pin
cool.
out, and then you spray it. You know.
Yeah. No, that would be cool. I like that. I think gun makeup could be cool, or, big bullets. So lipstick could be,
Bullet. Yeah, like
yeah.
a 223 round, and you just take the top off and.
Yeah, or maybe a little bit bigger, what is it, like a Valkyrie or something like that? Something a little bit, but not really a 50. You don't need that much lipstick,
Yeah.
Yeah. Aspa Warrior said, I told Mrs. Bryant to cut the makeup when we were recording, so there you go. Yeah.
When they record. Oh, like dating.
Yeah. So there
Oh.
you go. And Discreet Defense Research says Gal Gadot is never annoying. Now back to guns. Okay, she's done some annoying stuff. Okay. She's done some annoying... When she was singing or whatever nonsense that was... remember that? There was like a thing a couple months ago where she was all singing or whatever, K&M Arms says, no, it's called Hoppies number 9.
You know what? I thought about that too. That would be a really good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Like
What?
hops number 9.
Yeah.
I say hops. Is it hoppies? I say hops.
I have no idea. Maybe it's hops. I don't know. I say 5.11. What do you say?
You say what?
5.11?
5.11.
Yeah.
Oh, I say
Huh?
5.11. I don't say the dot.
Yeah, why is the dot silent?
Um,
Why are we discriminating against the dot?
because the dot is just, it's not important, you know?
The dot might be the most important thing in that whole thing.
We say dot then. Say the 5 and the 11 is silent.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, so a line of makeup. That's a good idea. When you do it, I want a percentage.
Yeah. Well, you gotta use it too.
The makeup?
Yeah. You gotta,
No, as a man, I've only used makeup a couple times in my life.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
Well, you surprised what? That I've only done it a couple times?
Use it at all. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Most-
I'm in broadcasting now, so I've had to do different projects that for filming or whatever they put makeup on me.
the funny thing about Courtney, what cracks me up about her, she took the class, and we always like take a break to go reload our mags and then like rehydrate, like drink water, and she's over there like powdering her face, like like.
You did tell her, hey, don't embarrass me out here with that.
No, I thought it was awesome. I'm like, man, I need to like powder my face during breaks too, you know, and get on that Instagram like model game.
If
too.
you're training, do you put on makeup and everything out there, or you just go all natural?
I never put makeup on when I've ever taken a class or taught a class. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see a point in it. Mostly because I'm way too tired to get up and do my makeup before 9 o'clock, you know?
Is there, because, well, there's got to be some sweat-proof makeup out there.
Oh, yeah. Sweat-proof. Yeah. All that stuff. Waterproof.
Oh, okay. But you wouldn't wear it anyway, you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, I would wear makeup every day if it was just, it took like 2 seconds to put on. But I like sleeping in more than putting on makeup, you know?
Chris Schumach says you should drop a line of hunting face camo. Have you ever put camo? Have you ever done camo on your face?
No. Like
That'd be
camo
cool.
makeup.
Yeah, that might be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah. One of your music videos, you should just go all out. You know, you should just go all out in that music video. Like, what's the name of the, I'm forgetting her name now. What is the name of the WAP chick?
Oh, Cardi.
Cardi B. Just go all Cardi B out.
I should, yeah, with like a. Well, she goes a little too out where she's. Did you see her grand?
There's no such thing as two out. There's no such thing as two.
Her and Megan Stallion. The Stallion. Is it Megan Stallion or the Stallion?
I think it's Megan the Stallion. How a chick becomes a stallion, I don't know, but yes.
Well,
the stallion is the male horse.
Oh well, what's the female? A cow.
Okay. What is the female horse? The stallions and mare. A mare. Yeah. I like that now. Someone's gonna definitely use that now. Was the female a cow?
So if it was Megan the Mayor, doesn't sound really good, huh?
No. I guess it's the stallion because of the big booty.
Yeah, or the great.
It's kind of silly. Yeah.
Yeah. If you were a rapper, what would your name be? Hank
Strange. That is my rap name. I thought you knew that already. Hank Strange is my rap name.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I thought it was going to be like Hank the hammock or the knitter.
Yeah. Yeah. Hank the Leaning Tower of Pizza. I don't know.
What would my rap... I don't have a rap name. What should my rap name be?
AGC.
Yeah, but it's got to be like little AGC or something like that, you know?
White chocolate.
White chocolate. I do like white chocolate. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what we could say. What would we do? Brickell the what? Yeah. Brickell the bull? I don't know. If it has to be, if we're going by Megan the Stallion.
Brickell the bald eagle.
I don't know. I think American Gun Chick is pretty good.
Yeah. AGC for short.
Yeah. Mrs. K says Hank the Hitter.
Hank the Hitter. I like it.
Yeah. And Asper Warrior says my rap name is Artificial Flavor.
That's a good one.
Okay, if Joe is laughing, it's funny.
Because Chris Bullis put Hank the Creeper.
yeah, Chris Bullis. Yeah, Chris Bullis is Hank the Creeper. That's his real rap name. No, Hank Strange is the rap name, believe it or not. That is actually, and Boss Hog, like a lot of people want to know where I'm at today. Let me just show. This is the crib. I'm in the crib. This is Babyface P's house.
Her too.
Huh?
I love your shirt too.
Oh yeah, this is Stranger Palooza. Boom. That's the car channel right there that everyone should go subscribe to. Um, you know, go check out the car channel. Yeah. So have you done any new music videos? I know the last time you were on, you said you're really into the music videos, and
Yeah,
you know, it seems like that's really your thing, or where you get enjoyment from.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I have been trying to write new songs too.
Hmm.
It's really hard though, because it's really hard to like come up with the lyrics, but it takes some time to come up with stuff. But
Hmm.
I haven't filmed any music videos lately. But I definitely want to
Oh.
do one for the Shake It Off,
Hmm.
the Taylor Swift. Mine is the Dust 'Em Off one.
Hmm.
So I really want to like try to do that one next. I think that one would be really good.
So are you doing? So these are all parodies. So you're not gonna do like an
Yeah.
actual. You're not gonna do like anything that's not parody. Everything's gonna be parody based.
No, I mean I want to do some that aren't parodies, but I'm trying to come up with the lyrics. So there's a guy. His name is Aries Cobain. He was on here before, and
Hmm.
he does all the music for me and all that stuff. He made a beat for me. Now I just have to come up with the words to the beat, and that's
Oh,
the
okay.
hardest.
Oh, okay. I like writing songs. If I hear any kind of music that I like, I actually can't hear the words. I hear other words. So
Really?
when I listen to music, and that's mostly what I did. I was like behind the scenes, a producer and things like that, and I've written songs and stuff like that. I've always, being a nerdy guy, that's always what I've done. I've always written stuff. So when I hear music, I just like vibe out and start in my head. I start writing lyrics to it. Even if I'm driving and listening to music, I don't really hear the words unless if it's a really 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 good song, then I focus on that. But so what you're supposed to do, what kind of beat did he do? Like a rap beat or something?
Yeah, it's kind of like a rap beat.
Okay, you're supposed to listen to that and vibe out, and then you're supposed to write your stuff down, and then you're supposed to go into the booth and spit.
And just freestyle.
Yeah, yeah. So here's how you do it. So basically, you're listening to the song, and if you ever look at Jay-Z, for example, Jay-Z says he doesn't write anything, and really what he'll do, he'll listen to the song and then he'll just start saying nonsense words, almost like mumble rap. So he's listening, he's just like, oh no 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 no, and he's just saying words but they don't make any sense because what he's doing is actually flowing inside of whatever that beat is, right?
Yeah.
And then at some point he just starts inserting words in there or telling some kind of, making it kind of fit and tell a story. And that's what rappers were doing for a long time until mumble rappers came along, and they just stopped at the mumble part.
Oh,
Seriously,
yeah. I mean,
that's what happened. That's what happened with mumble rap, in my opinion. Because rappers who write off the top of the dome or whatever like that, they would listen to the beat and they just start like vibing in it, and it's almost like you're chanting and you're getting caught up in whatever that beat is, and you're flowing in that beat. So half the words, if you ever see Jay-Z or any of those guys behind the scenes, if they're writing a song, it sounds like they're saying a lot of crap, and then they just figure out the words that fit in there, and they put it together in their head. So you got to try that.
I mean, I'll try that. I mean, a lot of rap songs
Hmm.
are just seem like just random words, kind of like Cardi B songs. I
Hmm.
can't repeat the words right now, but
Hmm.
her her rap songs and her
Hmm.
lyrics is just like just the most random stuff, kind of.
Hmm.
Have
I
you
think
heard?
Cardi B, actually, her ghostwriter is a New York guy. I'm trying to remember what his name is right now. There's a New Yorker. There's a New Yorker that writes all of Cardi B's stuff, and if you ever hear him rap, you'll tell. So she's not mumble rap like her husband or whatever that guy is. I don't know if they're married or not married. Huh?
Offset from the Migos.
Yeah. Now they're mumble rappers. So they're
Yeah.
doing what I said, that they're just going halfway. This is what happens as we go forward in time. People just get lazy, and just stop halfway in the process. And they're actually mumble rapping. But if you listen to Cardi B, her stuff is legit. Like there's real actual lyrics in what she's saying, because there's a guy actually writing it and everything for her. So
So
uh,
also write WAP?
Huh?
So did he also write WAP?
He
the
might
song
he
WAP?
might have written part of it. I don't know who. Obviously Megan Thee Stallion had either has her own writers or she writes her own stuff. I don't know. Kioski says WAP is Winchester ammunition, please. And then Kioski says, why am I, because people are trying to figure out why am I in Babyface P's house. So I know there's some folks who are joining here a little bit late. Smash your thumbs ups, by the way. Thanks for coming in here. Smash those. I'm at Babyface P's house because the van is in the shop. There you go. Boom. It's in the shop. What can I tell you? Something's up with the van. They couldn't fix it. So I had to take all my equipment out of the van and bring it over here at Babyface P's place. And yes, that's right. We're crashing right now in his dining room.
That's right.
Yes. Where is he? He's running around somewhere. I know Buckshot was over here. I don't know where he went to. Buckshot was around here. They're probably both upstairs. He's probably playing video games upstairs right now.
Or maybe he's watching this right now.
I doubt that he's watching this. No. If he's not on, he's not interested.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
like me.
Well, maybe you're on. Maybe he's interested. I don't know. Maybe since you're on, he's up there watching. Who knows?
Babyface, if you're watching, let us know.
You have a message? You have it here. I'm going to go just to you. What's your message for Babyface P? He's a big fan of yours, by the way.
Babyface, are you ever going to get that boob job on your back? And if yes, I will start GoFundMe ASAP. And like I can.
Wait. If Babyface P gets the boob job, can he be in a picture with you and your friend? What was her name again? Can he be in a picture?
Forgot her name?
Huh?
You forgot her name already?
Yes. If you didn't realize that, I'm pretty terrible with names.
Oh, Courtney.
Courtney. Yes, Courtney with a K.
Yeah.
Because no one ever did that before.
Nobody. Maybe like the Kardashians?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I forget names real fast. You don't realize that about me?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I thought you were good at names. I'm terrible at names.
Oh, I'm very bad. Here's why it looks like I'm good at names. Because if Lola is around, I go, Lola, who is this coming up here, right here? And then Lola goes, this is so-and-so, you idiot. And I'm like, oh. And then I go, oh, great. You know what? How you doing, so-and-so? I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, that Lola to you is like Joe to me. If we
Right.
go somewhere, hot show, and then Joe's like, hey, there's so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, we know that person, but what was their name? And he has to tell me real quick,
Yeah. I never forget a face, so I can remember faces. Names, nope, it takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just really terrible with that. That's why, like, I don't know if you ever heard me call Lola Boo. You ever heard me call her Boo? You probably wouldn't. Yeah, you probably haven't paid any attention to that. But I started, like, from the beginning, from when I met her, because you know why? I was so afraid I was going to call Lola by some other chick's name, and then she'd be so mad at me. I've never had a girlfriend that I gave a nickname like that. I always called her whatever her name was, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to switch over to this, because otherwise I'm definitely, because she thought I was so terrible when she met me, and I was like, I'm gonna have to switch into this just to even save myself from ruin.
That would be terrible if you like called her Jessica or something. Hey, Jessica, and she's like, what?
Yeah,
Who's Jessica?
she'd be so mad. She knows. Am I lying, Lola? Nope, Lola's shaking her head. She knows. She knows how terrible I am. So that's her name. That's always been her name as so far as I'm concerned. So I know. That's how I get down. What can I tell you? Let's see, are there some questions out there? I see you're looking at the chat. Armin and Axis says, OMG, Hank. Come on, man. This is truth. We dropping science here. The truth is the truth. Like Kevin Dixie's the truth. This is the truth. Dudes, you know you do that.
He's the truth, and he's no other choice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Let's see.
So, are you gonna be you're gonna be going to NRA show, right? Or in the vicinity? You're not gonna be going to it, but you're gonna be like around it.
NRA show. When and where is that?
September. What weekend is it? 4th. Oh yeah, September 4th. Joe's birthday actually. So September 4th, that whole week. We're obviously it's gonna be in Houston, and we're right by Houston, so we're not gonna go to the NRA show, but we're thinking about hosting like a big party event after, and of course we want to meet up with everyone and hang out. Rod Mills.
So why are people not going to the NRA show? Because it's the NRA and we're against them.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think people are still gonna go and hang out like outside of it, you know.
Yeah.
I know like Rambo's gonna go. Rod Mills. I think he's definitely gonna go. He was like talking about getting food or something.
Rod Mills. Okay. By the way, there's several people. Chris Schumach says, I do the same. She's babe. Laugh out loud. Asper Warrior says, guilty of the same, and I don't have previous girlfriends.
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah. Okay, Agent Entropy says, who would win a fight, AGC or Ava Flanell?
Like a fist fight?
Yeah.
Who
would win? The audience.
I don't know.
That's gonna be my answer. Only the people watching can win in that scenario.
Only the people watching can win?
Yeah. Because, I mean, we're winning if we're watching, you know, especially. I don't know what kind of fight we're talking about here.
Well, if it's like a fellow wrestling fight, then obviously
we're all winners.
But maybe like a brutal fist fight, it might be kind of ugly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm a peaceful person, so
yeah. I don't see, you know, I don't see anything. Do you know Ava, right?
Yeah, Gun Funny or right? Gun Funny.
Yeah. For charity, a nice like Walter was telling me that he went to this. I think I saw a video of this. If people Google it, it's called Cabbage Patch Fighting or something like that.
Oh, kind of like booty clapping, something weird like that.
No, it's something. By the way, I found the booty clapping thing. I found exactly what I was talking about, but I'm gonna spare you. It exists.
On what? On Instagram, right? You said.
Yeah. And there's this Instagram model. I think her name is Miss Saratelli, or what is it? Sarah Atali. I think that's the name. Isn't that the Instagram model that was in the shootout in Miami?
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you remember that? Do you remember that there was in the news there was this? Here, I'm gonna look it up before I even show it.
When was this? What year?
This was at the end of last year.
About the one on Valentine's Day, or are you talking about the one Pulse Night? No, that was Orlando.
No, it was I'm gonna look it up on the news here. Let me see. I think it was in Miami. There was this thing in Miami where an Instagram model maybe it wasn't. Let me see. I'm gonna search Instagram model instead. There was in the news where this Instagram model was in a shootout. These people try to break into her house.
Oh, I think I did hear something.
Oh, here we go. Instagram. I don't know if this might not be the same person.
I heard something about that. I think.
Yeah.
It was a woman.
No. Okay, it's not the same person. That's not the same person. Here, let me see. I'll bring it up here, but it's not the same. It's not the same person. It's a different person. I don't know how I got the two conflated, but here I'll share it since we're on the story for everyone who's now. I've got you guys your appetite whet for this. Florida mom, OnlyFans star, defends family in gunfight with home intruders. So there's actually video where she was in her home. These guys try to break in. I think her name is Ansley Pacheco. And these guys try to break into the house at gunpoint to rob them. and she opened fire, and that like made the guys run out of the house.
Wait,
Says,
is she not wearing pants in that clip?
yeah, it looks like it. No, she was in her bedroom when the whole thing happened, I think. You know, we talked about this when it happens. She says, while I was in the bathroom, I started to hear the commotion. I started hearing, get down, give me everything you got, she recalled. I went to the nightstand, I grabbed the gun, and I opened the door. I saw one of the guys face to face with me. He told me to put my gun down. I just shook my head no, and then I said, don't shoot me. After a tussle and gunshots, which were caught on, because you can see in the video the gunshots going through the wall, coming right through the TV. After a tussle and gunshots, which were caught on surveillance video, the intruders took off with some watches and jewelry. They finally just ran out. Pacheco said, my husband ran and got the gun and shot back at the vehicle that was leaving. And luckily, none of them were hurt in the whole melee of that. I think the folks out there remember us talking about this on the podcast.
I remember seeing that. I think I've seen that video too before. That's crazy.
Yeah. Appalachian Gun Runner says, model, wielding gun, and wearing thong. How could we forget?
That's the title.
Yeah. No. That's what these guys are saying in here. Stick It in her Axel says, was it in Florida, Hank? If so, that was an OnlyFans chick. Yeah, it was in Miami. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you gotta train for how you would be realistically sometimes. So maybe we should do some thong training classes or something. You know?
Yeah, but don't you? The rapper Bun B. We were talking about rap not too long ago, but the rapper Bun B, the same kind of thing happened to him. That him and his wife, he came back home from a show or something, and he went upstairs to the bathroom. So he was literally on the toilet, and someone rang the doorbell, and his wife thought it was UPS guy. So she opened the door, and the guy comes in the house with a gun and puts it right to her head. And she started screaming, but he was on the toilet, and he left his gun in the bedroom. So
Yeah.
when he got home, he took his gun off, which is why I tell people always carry it home. So he comes down naked. He goes and runs. He comes out of the bathroom, like, doesn't pull his pants up or anything. Just leaves them wherever he dropped them. You know, went and got the gun and came downstairs and got into a shootout with the guy inside the house. And then it ran into outside the house. And I think he hit the guy. And then the guy didn't die, but he went and stood over him until the cops came. And he was buck naked.
So,
he no clothes on.
I'm guessing he didn't have extra mags with him.
No, but he had that Magnum.
Oh.
So, I mean, look, things are going to happen to you. Like, if someone, you know, there's lots of people who sleep in the nude or don't sleep at much. I mean, I don't know people, you know, obviously people can sleep however they want to in whatever state of dress. Yeah. But things aren't going to happen when you expect it. You're not going to be able to put on your battle belt.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to
before
have
something
to
goes wrong. Yeah.
You have to make it work with whatever time you got, and you never know when it's going to happen, because if you knew, then it wouldn't happen, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Aspa Warrior says, #train like you fight. Yeah, things are going to happen to you in crazy moments. You'll be at home sleeping in the middle of the night, and the door crashes in. You don't really have time to think about it, man. If you're coming out, if you're a dude, you're coming out in your tighty whitey, so be it. You know, that might even work to your advantage.
Yeah, I have my gun right by my nightstand, like right there, so it's close enough. I'm not going to sleep with it on me, obviously, but...
So what do you rock with for home protection? Is it a rifle, a handgun?
I mean, I have an AR-15, and then I also have a shotgun too. So I have both of those. I have a shotgun. Well, I don't want to let intruders know where it's at, but you know, I got a shotgun and then an AR-15, and then of course I have like my pistol right on the nightstand too. You know.
Yeah. Armory and Axis says his extra mag was in the prison wallet. I don't know. Do you know what a prison wallet is? I don't know if you know about what that is.
Nature's holster, also.
That you know about, Brickell? Seriously? You know about prison wallets?
Well, I mean, the name kind of speaks for itself if you think about it. You know.
Yeah. Night Train says, "Stay strapped, especially in the bathroom, where you are the most vulnerable." Yeah. LV Louis Cipher says, keep a bathroom gun. That's what I do. Armin and Axis says, gun on me all the time.
Jen Champ said, I wear a thong just as a distraction.
Man,
Distraction.
yeah. As a dude, I've only done the thong thing one time when I was
Could you
younger. Huh?
Could you imagine though if you were like a criminal and you broke into someone's house and I don't know what you're expecting, but like if somebody came out and they're like, freeze, or they're like, get out of my house, and they're standing there butt naked, like confronting you. I mean, that would kind of throw you off a little bit, like, well, this person's like,
I don't know that it would. I mean, we have to think of the psychology of someone who's breaking into your home. Rain says it's prison pocket. We're saying it wrong.
well,
Either way, yeah, the psychology of someone breaking into your home, they have reached such a level of desperation and they're so hopped up, like whatever it is that's got them to the point where they think breaking into another human being's home, right? If you think about it, a lot of robbers try to rob your home when you're not there.
yeah.
Why is that?
Unless you're in the UK, and then they do what they call, there's a word for it, where they literally will rob you when you are home because they figure they can get more out of you. You know?
And also they're not worried. Yeah, they're not afraid of what you're going to do or that you're going to resist or fight back. But most people like this are looking for opportunities, right? And so, and most people don't want conflict. It's the thing of when you're out in public and you make eye contact with people, it's very hard for someone making eye contact with you to do something that you don't realize they're going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of robbers want to get you when you're not home. The one who wants to break into a home knowing that someone is there. Okay? It's bad to break into people's houses. I'm not even with that at all, right? And what happens to you happens to you. But the person who's breaking into your home knowing that you're there, they're so far gone, even if they're not on drugs and things like that, they're just mentally so far gone that you need to resist that person with every single ounce of your being, the fiber of your being. You need to resist them because they've already made a decision to do bad things to you.
Yeah, the most dangerous person is the person that's willing to put their life at risk more than yours because they're breaking into your house.
Yeah.
Knowing anything can happen to them. Obviously, you know that if you break into someone's house, there's a chance you can get killed or attacked or whatever, So if someone's willing to put their life at risk, what makes you think that they care about your life at all,
Yeah, mostly these are things that people do as like a crime of opportunity that, these people aren't home, they're on vacation, or it's during the day, they think you're at school, they think you're at work or something like that. So that person breaking into your home knowing you're there, I really don't believe anything is going to slow them down.
Yeah.
They've made a decision, and the only thing for you to do in that moment is to resist with every single thing that you have.
And stop them as quickly as possible before they can make any more.
Yeah. Down the Barrel LLC says, what's worse, you being naked or the person breaking in being naked? Oh, my God.
Well, at least if the person is naked, he doesn't have, like, extra mags or a backup gun or anything like that. So, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or it doesn't have plates on his chest or anything. So I'd be like, all right, it's easier for me to get the job done, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Stick it in your axle says, I had a work order for a house, said door unlocked. I knocked lots, but it was unlocked, and I got a cop with a gun to my forehead. He was sleeping. Yeah. Yeah. You got lucky, man. Someone waking up from their sleep,
Yeah,
Yeah, and Aspa says, person breaking in naked is worse depending on your castle doctrine in your locality. A person walking around naked, that's extra batshit crazy.
Yeah, well, especially too, like, I don't know if it's different for a man, but for a female, if let's say that I was, walking to the bathroom in the middle of the night and there was a naked man in the hallway, oh yeah, like that's really gross. Because why is that person naked? Are they
They're in the headlights? So would
Yeah.
you think you would be shocked, or would your training go into effect right there?
Well, I would definitely pull my gun out and use my gun, you know, immediately,
Hmm.
because I'm not gonna sit there and ask them why they're naked in my house.
Hmm.
Like I don't, you know, they're in my house and they're naked, so you know
Hmm.
that's already a problem right there.
Hmm. Yeah. Do you home carry, right?
Yeah, like I have like I have all my guns pretty much are loaded. I mean, not all of them actually. Like all the important ones, all my
Hmm.
ARs, shotguns,
Hmm.
my pistol.
Hmm. Okay. Whatever's ready for action is out there, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I mean, like if I can get to my pistol first, whatever. But if I can get to my shotgun first, it's better, you know.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Um. Yeah, it's funny. Like I do keep. I have a shotgun, I have an AR, and I have like pistols always around.
Yeah,
I think
I
I
think
would
it's
go. I think I would go for the AR though. I mean, I have a 300 blackout integrally suppressed. I'll probably go for that.
yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of good to have guns kind of stashed everywhere, all over your house. Especially if you don't have kids or anything, then you know, you don't have to worry about anything.
Hmm.
But to have them stashed different parts of the house and everything, you know where you put them,
Hmm.
so you know where to go and grab them. Like, let's say if you get cornered in a room or something, like,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
you got plenty of options and plenty of chances, you know.
Hmm. Absolutely. But I think it's really important for people to have something on them, because a lot of people think, "Oh, I've got a ton of guns here," and you know what you said, like a lot of guns. If guns are in the safe and stuff like that, they're not. I don't really have things in the safe. All like whatever's ready to go is ready to go. It's not in a safe or
Yeah,
stored away somewhere. That's not ready to go, in my opinion.
yeah. I don't keep my guns in a safe either. I can see why people would if they had like kids, for example, and they're worried about that and stuff like that. But I don't know how that works because I don't have kids. So
Yeah, I keep stuff in a safe. It's just like that's not anything that's in the safe is not in my mind ready to go. So typically not loaded up and all that kind of stuff.
and that's why I don't like
So.
safeties. I'm not a big fan of safeties on guns. I just think that they slow you down. I think that they would. I mean, unless you practice every day taking that safety off, which you can, and you would be efficient with that. But I just don't feel a need for a safety, especially on a pistol.
Hmm.
You know, like if I have a good quality holster and I know the firearm safety rules, then that's all I really need for myself. You know.
Yeah, I understand if there are people who feel that way, but then to me, I think it's what we said earlier, right? Like everything has to be in the same manual of arms. So if you're into safeties, everything has to have pretty much a safety.
Hmm.
You know, because if you're used to this thing has a safety, or you're used to this thing doesn't have a safety, and then you pick up something that does have a safety, it's the one thing that you won't do,
Yeah.
right? Because you're not training to take the safety off,
Yeah. Exactly.
you know. So that, and not to say that something might not happen and you come across some kind of handgun or any kind of gun for that matter, and it has a safety on it, and then you have to be able in your brain to, if you're running into issues, somewhere part of your brain has to say safety, right? I think it
Yeah.
happens a lot when like I notice it happens when we're doing videos, and it's just the nature of doing videos. You're trying to be really safe around what you're doing, trying to keep that gun unsafe. Let's say like it's an AR or something like that. I don't think we shoot too many handguns that have safeties on it, but it happens from time to time. And that's just not the thing that you think about. So you don't think about that, but there has to be a part of your brain that goes, oh, there's a problem here. Okay, safety. And you deal with that really quick and you move past it because,
Hmm.
you could have lost all your time right there.
Yeah. A lot of so like if I have a problem with a gun, you know, it's not working or whatever. Like my first instinct to go to is to smack the bottom and run the slide. Like so
Hmm.
that's my first instinct. Tap rack. So
Hmm.
if I was, for example, in a situation where I had to grab somebody else's gun and they had a safety and it wasn't, I was getting a click and no bang, like it wasn't working,
Hmm.
I would probably tap rack, and then not realizing that that person uses safeties, but I don't use safeties, you know,
Hmm.
and that would be a problem. But that's I just don't train with safeties because I don't prefer safeties.
Yeah. Night Train says frangible ammo is good ammo option for home and defense. I don't know what you think about that. If you can get it,
Yeah,
you know.
basically like the ammo that frangible is basically like the ammo that breaks apart
Yeah,
a lot.
basically becomes kind of like dust. Not it doesn't just break apart in terms of like it shatters into little pieces that are dangerous. It more becomes kind of like dust. So if you're shooting frangible ammo at steel, if you get real, you can get real close up to that steel, and it'll feel. Now there's a caveat to what I'm saying here, right? If that steel is in good condition and everything and the right kind of steel, so if it's not pitted and all that kind of stuff, it'll basically feel like it's just dust. So if you feel it, it'll feel like just some sand or dust blew back on you. I've been in a situation where people were shooting frangible ammo at steel, and those people thought it was so safe that they wore shorts and flip-flops, and the steel was terrible and not in good shape at all, and their feet were shredded. Like they had cuts all over their feet and their legs and stuff like that. So yeah, that wasn't a fun day on the range. Because I remember that was a range like I personally planned for somewhere, and I was like, man, these people are gonna think that we're such jokers. Because I remember when the guys came, I was like, dude, we're shooting here. Why are you wearing shorts and flip flops? And they're like,
Yeah, I
oh,
mean,
this is frangible. We don't need anything. So go ahead.
well, besides if it's frangible or not, the fact still I wouldn't really wear flip flops to the range in the first place because
Yeah,
it doesn't seem very practical. But I
people
mean, if
do
you're
it.
you are in real life,
Yeah,
then maybe. So,
yeah. Flying Rich, who got magically banned earlier. I don't know if Lola ever figured that out. He wears flip flops to the range as a practice. That's like some kind of macho thing. So the thing, what I was going to say about frangible ammo, if that's what works for you, I think it's good. Um, but it all depends on what kind of home situation you're in, and everyone's home situation is different, right? You're living in different kinds of houses with different kinds of distance between each other and materials in the wall and all that kind of stuff. So, um, you know. Asper Warrior says, ammo's expensive. My intruder is getting FMJ. There's people who like that's for everything. They don't have defense or anything like that. I don't know what you think about that.
well, actually, we go over this in the class.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of people that go out and purchase a firearm, they will go and get full metal jackets, and they won't even really know about hollow points or really.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll see them, but they won't really understand what's the difference. But we actually show a video too where it can definitely affect if you're in a gunfight or something over penetration with a
Mm-hmm.
full metal jacket. For example, these two ladies, a daughter and a mom, they get into this altercation with this guy, and he's attacking the mom and trying to take the gun from the mom, and they flip around or something like that, and then she's behind him, and then the daughter. It's all really fast, so it's not like she planned on shooting him at that point, but she shot him, and so she must have been using hollow points because it went through him and then it stopped in him and it didn't penetrate the mom.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness. She would have been carrying full metal jackets. It could have been different,
Mm-hmm.
But we basically go over that in the class and we show them the difference of like why you carry hollow points, because obviously if somebody's attacking me, like a naked man in my hallway, I want to stop him as soon as possible. I don't want to stop him later. I don't want to stop him in a couple minutes. I want to stop him like right now. And if that means he's going to die, then that's his problem.
Mm-hmm.
So a hollow point is going to stop them a lot quicker. It's going to be more deadly, more damaging because it opens up. And then full metal jacket, it's going to obviously be less damaging because it's going to penetrate a lot. It's going to go through a lot cleaner. And then, but not only that, but maybe go through a wall, maybe hit someone else, or
Mm-hmm.
go wherever it wants to go,
Mm-hmm.
So I think it is important that a lot of people know the difference of what those two things are. And, I mean, but there are a lot of people that will go out and just get full metal jackets and carry those every day.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree with that. I think that For me, in a situation of what I'm going to carry on me for my personal defense, it's probably going to be, a hollow point, right? Because you don't really know the situation, and more than likely that situation is going to be out in the open. It could happen in your home, and you do want to think about your home. In my home, I have a lot of sheetrock. I don't have, brick walls or anything like that. So
Yeah.
and you don't know the situation. And even like in the layout of our home, the kids are across from us in terms of their rooms and everything, right? So if something happened, who knows where they're at and what they're doing in that moment. Did they hear those noises? Are they moving around and all of that? So, and highly likely if something happens in public, there's a whole bunch of people around.
Yeah, that running around,
Yeah. And this is what happens with a lot of cops out there. Now, I think there's requirements for cops these days, for police officers, in terms of what kind of ammo they're using and all that kind of stuff. And I think even with SWAT teams, especially knowing that they're going into situations in homes and everything, and they're using SBRs, right? So they're using 5.56 or 300 blackout or something like that. SBR is very close range. They're using hollow points, believe it or not. So for that reason, like the over penetration situation, if things get out of control, and then this is what you have, that's what you have. But I don't think it's not that expensive to, like, you train with one thing, and then what you're actually going to carry in that gun, you get enough boxes that you could put it through the firearm, make sure that it's working, and then that's what you carry.
Yeah, I mean, you put your zombie killing ammo in, and then you use your practice ammo for practice time,
Yeah. Lola Strange says, is Brickell in Austin? Everyone is moving to Texas.
Not in Austin. I'm in Conroe or Houston. I'm gonna go with Houston because I'm really close. I'm in Spring, and it's like 20 minutes north of Houston. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is everyone moving there? Do you find a lot of people moving out to Texas these days?
Yeah, a lot of California people too. Believe it or not, a lot of people are. I mean, even famous people. Joe Rogan, isn't he moved? He moved to.
Yeah, he's in Austin. He's been in Austin, I think, since at least for about 6 months, I think.
I think people are just tired of LA. Like my friend, she lived in LA, and she like talked about how like it's toxic out there, and people aren't really genuine like in Texas and stuff. And yeah, people are just moving out here. But I hope they don't California or Texas.
I hope not, man. That's definitely been happening here in Florida, and I mean, right now we're trying to claw back stuff that we've already lost, and that's this is really the big thing that everyone's worrying about. I think Austin has been kind of liberal for a long time.
Yeah.
I
don't really go there much, or anything, but
yeah,
I mean, which is kind of sad. Let's just save the liberalism for New York and California.
I think people in America need to wake up and realize, like, there's a, hey, you could be what you want to be and do what you want to do, but at some point, it's you living in the place and voting for people or not voting for people or not paying attention that's contributing to things getting bad and what's happening, right? And so you could be liberal as you want to. If the rush of liberals in your state leads to you getting the hell out of there and you're a liberal, you probably need to re-examine your beliefs.
Yeah, no, I mean, exactly. Like, if there's policies like overtaxation and gun laws where it's making your cities more stuff like that, to the point where you can't really live there anymore because it's not financially beneficial, or it's unsafe, and you got to go somewhere else. Obviously, the policies you're voting on and the things you want there is not working, and it's not right. But people don't really see it that way. They'll just come to Texas and continue to vote for those things, and I don't know why they can't see that. Obviously, like, that doesn't work. It's for some people that are like very anti-gun and want more gun laws. They can't put it in their mind or understand or come to grips with, like, maybe if I did get a gun and learn how to use it and get some training, everyone would be better off, Like, I think maybe it's just like they think that only cops should own guns or military, and they don't understand that the average human being can also operate a gun and use it just like they do a car or anything else, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what the psychology is of a person who like wants to get rid of guns. I'm not really sure what's going on in that person's mind. I'm not sure if they're looking at everything because I think there's a lot of people who may consider themselves liberal, but when they think about defending themselves, they believe that they have the right to defend themselves. They might believe that there should be a whole bunch of laws. I think they're not seeing how there are already a bunch of laws and we don't need more law. Like, I don't think they see all of that. I think most people, especially when we look at bad things happening around the country, when those things happen, most people go, this is why I want to be able to defend myself. Because all these things are happening and there's no one there to save people and people just run wild, or they have to wait for a long time for the cops to come in, or the cops are just coming in to make reports, you
Yeah.
know. So I think most people looking at that have any kind of rational thought realize that they at least need to be able to defend themselves. Then there may be more issues when they think, well, but everybody shouldn't have it. Well, everyone has the right. If you have the right to defend yourself, you're not any more special than anyone else. So everyone should have that right. And I think that's where logic gets lost. But a lot of people think they should have something, no one else should have something. It's kind of the logic, we were talking about it yesterday, of, you know what, everyone in the country is going to have vaccine passports to prove that they were vaccinated in order to move around America. But people in the country don't have to show any kind of ID to vote.
Yeah. I mean, crazy.
Yeah. And all our elections are not happening at the same time. So people could just move around the country and vote.
Yeah.
Then there's a lot of vote by ballot and stuff like that going on. So we're okay with people gaming the system. Well, obviously we are. That's how we're in the situation that we're in now with the knuckleheads that are running things, right? Basically, voting fraud was allowed, and the people putting these laws in are trying to clean that up. But where's the disconnect of people, especially folks on the left, going, "This is racist," that you're trying to make the voting more secure.
I mean, yeah, I mean, how is that racist,
It's racist all of a sudden, but 5 years ago or 4 years ago, whenever it was, when Trump became president, it was like, no, the Russians did something here and hacked the system, and he shouldn't be president or whatever, But now it's okay, right? So either it is or it isn't. So we should lock that down and make that more secure. Now, I can't think of any reason why we have to move around the country and show vaccine passports.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that people were very hardcore on my body, my choice, right? So
Hmm.
if I own this body,
Hmm.
then shouldn't I have a choice on whether I'm vaccinated or not? It shouldn't be the choice of the government. The government doesn't own me, do they?
Yeah,
If you,
that's a
if
good
people,
point you're making.
if people try to claim, so I would say, so you're owned by the government, and they try to say,
Mhm.
no, you're not owned by the government. Well, then the government shouldn't have a choice on my body. I believe that you should be allowed to do whatever it is you want to do freely as a human being, as long as you're not hurting or harming other people. For example, if you're speeding, you should get a
Mhm.
speeding ticket because you're putting other people's lives at risk because you're possibly causing an accident, hurting
Mhm.
other people. But if
Mhm.
you want to smoke pot, then that's your choice. You're not
Mhm.
affecting people. Now if you do something crazy and then you smoke pot and then do something crazy to affect other people, then that's different. But I don't know. I just think that the whole vaccine passport thing is the craziest thing. And there's people that are actually like for it. Like there's people that think it's,
Confusion. I think there's just a confusion of the messages that they're putting out. On one hand, they want this. On the other hand, they don't want it. And you're right. That is a thing, right? On one hand, you own your body. You could do what you want. On the
yeah.
other hand, you don't, and you can't do what you want. And it would be an interesting experiment if we maybe wrote up a document that laid out what freedom is.
Yeah.
And I'm being sarcastic because we've obviously already done that in America, right?
And that document is starting to slowly fade
Yeah.
where we anymore, you know?
Yeah, I think right now we're just dealing with situations where there's folks out there that just want to have control over people, and they want to be the people who get to make the decision of what's wrong or right. So if their enemies do it, it's wrong. If they do it, it's totally right.
Yeah, and it's
You
just,
know?
I mean, crazy.
Yeah, I think I think this state of confusion. There's lots of people in America who see it and see it for what it is, and I'm waiting for Americans to go, yeah, listen, we don't want this anymore. You know, we're not going to go for this. We have a set of rules on how you can treat people and what people's rights are, and we need to maintain that, whether we like it or not, whether it works for us or not. We have, if I think that something as important as voting, especially realizing that there's all this, there's systemic fraud involved when it comes to the voting process, regardless of who it benefits, we need to do something about it. We need to fix it. People need to know in America that they are safe to vote and that their vote is going to count and not be discredited by anyone being able to vote or people being able to vote multiple times. And that's just reasonable. And we have mechanisms that we can use, right, to make that happen. If we can have Bitcoin, if we can have cryptocurrencies, we can figure out a way that one person gets one vote. And that's
Yeah,
really the important thing. That's like a very important part of what America is, for one person to get one vote.
yeah.
So to me,
I
that's worth us having to show ID and stuff like that. And at the same time, look, we've got to show ID when we travel, when we get on planes, and especially if we used to have to do it only if we flew internationally. Now we have to do it all the time. You can't just jump on a plane and go wherever you want to. Right now, they need to know who you are when you're traveling.
didn't know that. Anytime I've flown, always had to show my ID,
Because
unless
you're
maybe when
young. You're young. There was a
yeah,
time where people literally got on planes with guns.
with guns. Oh,
Yeah.
like concealed.
Well, you put guns in the luggage and so like I've seen. There's time. It's a thing. It wasn't always a thing that you couldn't travel like that. You couldn't have these things. It's just if you're younger and you grow up in the times, it's like, oh, but there were a time where people weren't worried about those things as much as they are now. And we can rationalize, oh, well, no, we got to make sure people don't do this. And then people not traveling with guns, and then people can't travel with knives, and then you can't travel with a nail clipper.
Yeah,
It
or
gets
water,
ridiculous. Huh?
or a water bottle.
Yeah, or a water bottle now all of a sudden is an evil thing for you to travel with, right? And I remember there's been there were times when you couldn't travel with a radio. I remember one time I was flying back from England to America, and when I went from America to England, you could be on the plane with a Walkman. When I was flying back from England to America, they didn't want me getting on the plane with a Walkman because there were people blowing up bombs. The IRA was blowing up stuff in London or in England. There was this thing going on, and they were like, "Oh, you can't get on the plane with that Walkman."
Yeah,
You know, so we'll come across days when they're like, "Yeah, you can't get on the plane with this phone. You can't do this. You can't do that." You can't get on this plane if you don't. Not now. You can only be on the plane if you have a mask on. And then they're trying to put in effect. You can only be on the plane if you have a mask on and you have a stupid vaccine, a passport on top of all. It's just insanity.
the vaccine passport. That's only for international. I mean, for overseas travel.
Hmm.
Right now,
Hmm.
it's not for like if I wanted to fly to Vegas, I wouldn't need the proof of vaccine, but probably in the future, right?
Once people get away with stuff, there's going to be states that say you can't come into this state unless you prove this. What difference does it make?
Yeah, I
Where
mean,
does this go? Like on the borders, are there going to be people at checkpoints checking folks driving?
I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to that point. I mean, honestly,
Yeah. You know, um, so it's a weird thing happening, and I think at some point something has to happen in America that's enough of a catalyst that a lot of Americans looking at this say, no, This is it. We're going too far. We're not America anymore. Let's get back to I'm just cracking my own self up. Like someone should say, "Let's make America great again."
Yeah.
But then then they'll just say you're racist because you want to make America a better, more free place for folks to live. This is disconnected for me. Like I don't care about Republicans or Democrats or any of that kind of stuff. I care about freedom, right? True freedom for myself, my children, my grandchildren, yourself, your children, your grandchildren, the folks out there. We should enjoy freedom. It's what makes America really a great place, and helps us move forward. But we're so stuck on a lot of these things that we're really just we're hurting our own selves with a lot of this. And I don't know how much time it's going to be, but in time, people will look back and go, "What the hell did we do?"
Hopefully, yeah. I really hope it doesn't get worse. I mean, I don't know. Would you say that our freedoms have gotten more restricted as time has gone on, or less restricted as time has gone on?
Definitely more. I think definitely our freedoms are more restricted, and more things that we do are other people's business. I mean, I remember growing up in America in the 80s, and a lot of stuff wasn't everyone's business, and it wasn't a permanent record and out there, and the people brought it up and used it against you. And so you did this when you were 17 years old, and now that you're 27 years old, someone's using again. You're not even the same. You are not even physically the same human being at 27 that you were when you were 17. You are not the same person.
Yeah. Not at all.
Every single cell, I think every 7 years or something like that, every single cell in your body is replaced. So it's impossible for you to even be the same piece of flesh.
That's true. Your brain hatches from its egg when you hit a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not the same person.
No, you're constantly changing. So you're definitely just not physically not the same person. You're just mentally not the same person. Even if you made mistakes back then, even if you did things or said mean stuff or whatever, it should not count against you 10 years later.
And I'm sure.
But it does.
I'm sure everybody here and everybody has said something that they wouldn't want all of society to hear them say, or the public to hear them say. I'm sure we've all said stupid things before where we're like, "Damn, I'm glad nobody heard me say that,"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's wrong with it? I mean, it's just talking. It's just words, We're just our lungs are moving and air is coming through and hitting the voice box, and it's just words coming out. Yes, it could be hurtful. Yes, it could be spiteful or mean spirited, and I don't have a problem with people knowing about it and saying, "Oh, this person said that." But why are we now completely disenfranchising people because of what they did back then? So I think, yes, it's more restrictive. There's more laws. There's all this kind of stuff. And then there's that thing that single thing is being tracked and used against you. And,
I mean, people want to there's people out there that want to make speech a crime.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really a crime, I mean, speech shouldn't be a crime because it's just speech.
Yeah.
Action should be a crime.
Yeah, I want to know what people are thinking. And it's not to say, not just so I can put them in a box and say they think this way. I want to know what people are thinking, just so I have an understanding of what's going on in their mind. And if we have that understanding, we can maybe do something with it. If we feel it's not real, we can speak back to them and show them things and maybe change who they are. Some people are broken and we'll never change them. We'll never fix them. We can't do anything about it. In most cases, it doesn't matter. When we come across, though, people who are broken and do horrible, destructive things, we need the ability in that moment to remove those people from the roles. We need them not to exist when they decide to use it, like to take it out on other people and try to get rid of other people and all that kind of stuff, But ultimately, yeah, we need to leave each other alone. If we're not hurting anyone, we're not taking other people's stuff. If we're not doing anything bad to kids, everyone needs to go live their life and be who they are and try to be better and grow and all that kind of stuff. But we've just moved so far away from that now there's just folks out there that want to control everyone, and even the people on their side suffers for it. And that's why I'm hoping at some point it gets so bad that everyone just goes, okay, we need to stop and reset all of this. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I
Okay,
mean,
go ahead.
that is why I'm so pro-gun because, sorry, I was just distracted by that super chat.
Yeah,
That is
yeah. I'll put it up there so everyone can see it.
because, imagine, so the stuff they're trying to pull right now with vaccine passports and masks and all this stuff. Imagine more stuff they could pull, like if you don't even have a way to, what is the word I'm thinking of? A way to use your firearms to basically tell them, no, we're not going to do this. Like some countries, they just get away with whatever they want. Places like in Thailand, for example, you can't even say anything bad about the king or question him or.
Yeah, in Myanmar right now, they're turning their guns on the people.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't do anything crazy like that to us here. You're just delusional, because
They absolutely 100% could. And the thing is are Americans going to get so upset that we start doing things about it? And I'm not talking about picking up our guns and fighting. If it comes to that, then that's what we need to do. But people need to just they just need to tell their politicians to stop. That's why I'm in the thing of like not one more inch. I'm not giving up anything. I'm not going to be reasonable or negotiate anything with anyone. They all need to stop. Not just Democrats, not just liberals. Those folks out there that are pretending to be conservatives and pretending that they believe in the Constitution and all that. They need to stop adding laws to the books. They need to stop the nonsense. Okay, we need to get rid of things. We need to simplify things. We need to decentralize, I think, a lot of things in America. And the power should always be with the people, regardless of, if that sounds radical to someone. So,
I agree.
yeah, so Armament and Axes, I know we're over the 9 o'clock hour here. Armament and Axes gave us a couple of bucks here just to say that Hank's a dork. Hi, Brickell. So... What's your response to that? You agree? Yeah, I can't argue it.
Like, a dork's a good thing, though,
Yeah, you like my dorkiness, don't you?
Of course.
There you go. Boom. See, I know that. See, that's the card I play. I don't try. When I was younger, I tried to be the bad boy, and play that role. Right now, I just play the dork, because the ladies love dorks. There
That's
you
right.
go. Armament and Axes. Huh? Say that again. Ask Lola. Yeah, she knows. Lola knows. All right, so listen, let's do this. Let's wrap it up here. I think we had a good conversation. It was kind of rocky in the beginning with this thing drop. I don't know what was going on there.
I don't know.
I have no clue. I have no clue what's going on. It's all on my side. But it was great talking to you. As usual, if we get together and we talk, we could burn through time real fast.
I know. And this was awesome. This was my first time being on here where it was just me and you, so.
Oh, really? Oh, was this the first time? Yeah, absolutely. Babyface just came down to complain.
Bright.
Yeah. Oh, it's bright. That's what you're complaining about? Yeah. Listen, Brickell said if you get your boobies, her and she has a friend that's an Instagram supermodel, they will do a photo shoot with you. It's worth even getting some fake ones.
Yeah.
Just something we glue on.
Glue?
Just something we glue on so it's not permanent.
I have hair
Let's
there.
see if Marley will approve
I have
that.
hair there. That hurts.
Say no.
Marley's his wife is saying no. Hell no. Lola's saying no also. Listen, we need this, Patrick. Take one for the
Is
team.
that how I get to 1 million subs?
Yes, take one for the team. We'll take care of you. Trust me.
I don't think you can afford the emotional, distraught.
I can't hear you.
The bills that come with me seeing a psychiatrist.
Yeah. Did you hear what he said?
The bills that come from him seeing a psychiatrist?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, if you want boobs on your back, right? They're not going to be on your chest.
Oh, she says if you want boobs on your back. What are you saying? On his back?
Well, wasn't that what we were talking about originally?
Oh, you're talking about boobs on his back? Okay, now it's getting weird. The man with boobs on his back. Yeah. Okay, listen. So let's do this before we get out of here. Tell the folks out there how they can support you, how they can communicate with you, where they can go and follow you.
All right, so check me out on YouTube, American Gun Chick, and I pretty much post all kinds of, funny stuff, music videos, serious videos where I'm taking a bunch of classes, training videos where I show my classes training other women and stuff. And then my most recent video I shot with an 8-year-old gun YouTuber, so check that out too. And then you can find me, American Gun Chick, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And then also, if you want to find out about any future classes or anything, then go to AmericanGunChick.com, go to classes, and sign up for one of my classes. And just because you've been shooting guns your whole life doesn't mean that you can't use a class. So make sure you sign up for a class and get some tactical training. And then check me out on Patreon too. I post daily videos just talking about whatever I want to talk about. Sometimes I just cooking videos like, hey guys, I'm cooking this today, or I just went for a run, or whatever, So, and there's a 30-minute uncut video of me shooting with Autumn, the 8-year-old gun YouTuber, on Patreon. So check out my Patreon, and I think that's all my plugs, pretty much.
Awesome. We have to do this more often. And when you find out what that app is that makes everyone look sexy, you need to let me know, because I'm going to get that app and I'm going to start taking pictures of Babyface and making them super sexy and posting them. I'm going to go through his whole Instagram.
I think it's called Face App.
Is it Face App?
Yeah, Face App will do it.
Is it?
Okay.
Why does he know? Do you see what? Why does he know what that is?
Hear real quick?
Brickell doesn't know what it is.
Face App.
I don't
Is
know
it-
what face.
It's
David Hogg. There's a whole group of people that have turned David Hogg, into a Face App female.
Oh my god.
And I can't think of the name they gave him, but it's really funny.
The March Star.
Say that again, Brickell.
Yeah, Face App.
David Hogg. Are you talking about the March for Our Lives guy, David
Yeah.
Hogg? Or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so he says Face App. I have to look this up. Here he goes. This is what he's talking about. We've got to look into that and see. Do you know why he knows about that? Because he's always on Reddit.
4chan.
4chan.
Oh, yeah.
He found that out from 4chan. There you go. 4chan is for the nerds who are on a higher level than the Reddit nerds. They go to the 4chan level.
Well,
So-
I'm going to ask the Instagram model herself and say, what do you use? And then when she
Yes.
lets me know, I'll tell you. So
Yeah,
you can-
find out what she uses and let us know. But thanks so much for coming on. We have to do this more often, as I said. Stay right there. We're going to come back. We want you to give us some final words of wisdom here before we go out. I'm going to run in the end here. Big thanks to everyone out there for joining us tonight. It's been awesome, been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. This was Average Joe says his name is Babyface. Of course he knows.
Yeah.
And Asper Warrior saying it won't work for me. So there you go. Yeah, nothing might work for me. Nothing will work. Okay, let me run in the end and we'll be right back, Brickell. Hold on. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Smash the thumbs ups here. Ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. We're going to rip the audio out from this and post it up on iTunes and all the other places that you get your audio podcast from. I really did have fun hanging out here with American Gun Chick. Thanks so much. Big shout out to Joe in the background. I haven't seen you guys since I was in Texas. Hit us with some words of wisdom.
All right. Make sure you sign up for a class and get yourself some good quality training. And if you guys need a good quality holster, go to justholsterit.com and get yourself a Kydex holster with an Ulti clip and carry your gun. And if you see a naked intruder in your hallway, shoot. And then, yeah.
There you go.
That's
All
all.
right. Unless he's got boobs on his back. I don't know. And-
If he has on his back, he's probably babyface and he's harmless, so don't shoot.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Thanks so much. We're out of here. We'll see you guys. Peace.
See ya.